At this point, there was a rumor going on for the last like 3 or 4 days that Vanessa Bryant, the widow of Kobe Bryant, was pregnant.
Well, the rumors have just been confirmed. New footage of Vanessa Bryant in the hospital with a baby bump is going viral. Now here's the big question. Who is responsible? The young NBA player she's been hanging out with or someone new? Let's find out. New pregnancy alert. Is Vanessa Bryant pregnant? That's the question that broke the internet, sending shockwaves through social media and sparking one of the most controversial celebrity rumors of the year. The widow of NBA legend Kobe Bryant found herself at the center of a viral storm when she was allegedly seen at the hospital with what reporters said looked like a baby bump. Users on TikTok began creating compilation videos. Instagram gossip pages shared alleged evidence, and Twitter threads attempted to connect imaginary dots between Vanessa's recent public appearances and perceived changes in her appearance. But the internet wasn't satisfied with simple pregnancy speculation. What happened next would transform this from celebrity gossip into a full-blown controversy that touched on some of society's most sensitive issues. Some rumors also linked her to dating a younger basketball player, specifically a 27-year-old athlete, with social media sleuths attempting to piece together a narrative. The name that kept surfacing in these wild speculations was Jalen Brown, the Boston Celtics superstar who had just led his team to an NBA championship. The internet had somehow convinced itself that there was a romantic connection between the 27-year-old NBA champion and the 43-year-old widow. The speed at which these rumors gained traction was absolutely staggering. Within days, what started as unverified social media posts had transformed into a full-blown internet phenomenon that reached the attention of major media outlets and popular podcasts. The Joe Budden podcast captured the internet's obsession with these rumors perfectly.
The internet has been crazy the last couple of days about this Vanessa Bryant story. I know y'all have heard it at this point. There was a rumor going on for the last like 3 or 4 days that Vanessa Bryant, the widow of Kobe Bryant, was pregnant. Then there was another rumor that she was not only pregnant, but potentially pregnant by a young baller, basketball player.
A young baller.
That was the quote that was in the news. It said a young baller. I'm assuming they meant basketball player.
The reaction from Joe Budden and his co-host revealed just how deeply these rumors had penetrated popular culture discourse. But here's where the story takes a truly disturbing turn. The public reaction to these rumors revealed some deeply troubling attitudes about widows and their autonomy.
That is not just some like flip it, right? It's not just you.
I know.
It's everybody. Like it's a big chunk of the internet was saying the same. They were like calling her all kinds of hoes and
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that. I think that, that's not what...
No, I know you're not saying that, but I'm just saying the idea that she did something wrong and she's violating some code.
The conversations happening on popular podcasts revealed an uncomfortable truth about how society views widows and their right to move forward with their lives. One podcast participant shared a personal anecdote that highlighted this broader pattern from, "There's a lot of people that have problems with widows moving on for some reason. I've seen that in non-celebrity circles." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My sister lost her husband, and people in the community were weird when she got all his boys like, "How dare she?" Right. The Breakfast Club hosts expressed genuine confusion and concern about the situation, highlighting how these rumors had seemingly appeared from nowhere. The media personalities immediately recognized the inappropriateness of the speculation. Their reaction was unequivocal.
Please leave that lady alone.
But Kobe passed away in 2020, right?
Yes, but
so if she's dating or she's seeing somebody, that's her business. That's nobody's business behind her family.
Please leave her alone. Regardless of what she is doing, she should not have to say anything about anything at all.
The timing context made the speculation even more problematic. Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash on January 26, 2020, meaning it had been over 5 years since this devastating loss. Yet the internet seemed to believe it had the right to police how Vanessa grieved, healed, and lived her life moving forward. The Breakfast Club host pointed out the absurdity and potential harm of pregnancy speculation.
That's also the most insulting thing too. People say that
When
you're
you
pregnant
gain a
and you're
little
not
weight.
pregnant. You might be bloated because you're period on. You might have gained a little weight. Like who can,
Yeah.
People just be like, you pregnant.
And then the Rihanna means because Rihanna is pregnant currently. That's probably what, people just live online and just speculate.
As these rumors continued to circulate and gain momentum throughout late May and early June 2025, reaching fever pitch across social media platforms and generating heated discussions on major podcasts and radio shows, it became increasingly clear that they would eventually require some form of response from Vanessa herself. On June 1st, 2025, Vanessa Bryant directly addressed these rumors via her Instagram stories, but her response was unlike anything anyone expected. Rather than issuing a formal statement or dignifying the rumors with lengthy explanations, she chose to speak in the universal language of the internet age memes. She posted a meme featuring Rihanna captioned, "Me protecting my peace, not pregnant and having fun all summer," alongside cheerful emojis that conveyed exactly the message she intended. The phrase "protecting my peace" immediately established that she viewed the pregnancy rumors as an attack on her mental well-being and personal tranquility. But Vanessa didn't stop there. Understanding that sometimes one meme isn't enough to completely shut down a narrative that had gained significant momentum, she posted another meme with the caption, "I'm not mean, I'm just not the one." This second post was particularly brilliant because it preemptively addressed the inevitable criticism that would come her way for daring to defend herself against false rumors. This response, reported by news outlets such as TMZ and People, effectively denied the pregnancy rumors and emphasized her focus on personal peace and enjoyment. This public statement was her first direct response to the speculation, and it has been widely covered, reinforcing her position. The power of these two simple Instagram story posts cannot be overstated. The evidence leans toward the rumors being unfounded, with no credible sources supporting them. But Vanessa's meme response had accomplished something remarkable. She had shut down weeks of baseless speculation with humor, grace, and an unmistakable message about boundaries and respect, setting the stage for a much larger conversation about privacy, celebrity culture, and society's treatment of widows. What this entire episode revealed was more than just Vanessa's skill at handling social media drama, but also the deep connection, love, and respect she shared with her husband through thick and thin. Kobe and Vanessa's journey through triumph and turmoil. The story begins in November 1999, when a 21-year-old NBA rising star met a 17-year-old high school student during a music video shoot for Thais Sadaz's Geet Up.
I see the lovely young ladies that I haven't even met yet. Vanessa.
This brief moment captured on camera would mark the beginning of what would become one of the most scrutinized and celebrated relationships in sports history. Kobe met Vanessa when she was 17 and he was 21, marrying her less than a year later in 2001. This age difference and rapid engagement raised public concerns, with additional disruption caused by Kobe's visits to Vanessa's high school, leading her to finish her senior year at home. The early criticism they faced was intense and often harsh, with many questioning whether their relationship could survive the pressures of fame, age differences, and the demanding world of professional basketball. But what the critics didn't see was the genuine connection between them.
What made her the one?
You know, it's hard to pinpoint what exactly makes a person the one for you. But you just know. I mean, love is a funny thing. I can't explain it and I don't understand it. But all I know is, you know, she caught my heart and I just knew that she was the one.
You described her as a real tough woman.
Yeah, you know, Vanessa, she's very strong.
Their wedding on April 18th, 2001 was a relatively private affair, but it marked the beginning of what would become a 19-year marriage, filled with incredible highs and devastating lows. The early years of their marriage coincided with some of Kobe's greatest professional achievements, but they also brought challenges that would test their relationship in ways few couples ever experienced. The first major crisis came in 2003, and it was one that could have ended their marriage permanently. A major controversy arose in 2003 when Kobe was accused of sexual assault and admitted to adultery, straining their marriage. Vanessa stood by him, but the incident drew intense media scrutiny. This wasn't just a private marital issue. It played out on the world stage, with every detail scrutinized, analyzed, and debated in the media and public forums. The admission of infidelity was devastating, but what followed showed the complexity and depth of their relationship. Kobe didn't just ask for forgiveness, he worked to earn it back. The famous $4 million purple diamond ring he gifted Vanessa during this period became symbolic of his commitment to rebuilding their trust, though the gesture sparked its own controversy and cynicism from critics who saw it as an attempt to buy forgiveness. But the challenges didn't end there. In 2004, another controversy emerged when Vanessa accused Karl Malone, a teammate of Kobe's on the Los Angeles Lakers, of acting inappropriately toward her. This incident, while less serious than the previous year's crisis, added another layer of complexity to their lives and showed how Vanessa was willing to stand up for herself, even when it created team chemistry issues. In his interview with Jack Haley, Kobe's response to the Karl Malone situation revealed the protective nature of his relationship with Vanessa.
Like I said, when everything got started, and he had mentioned that our relationship kind of took a sour note because of something personal. My response to that is, personal information is just personal. I mean, we just keep it between ourselves and amongst each other. I mean, that's it. We try to move on from it, but they wanted it public or whatever. Words started leaking out. So it is what it is.
The legal troubles continued to plague them throughout the decade. Legal disputes included a 2009 to 2010 lawsuit by their housekeeper alleging harassment, settled out of court, and a 2020 to 2021 lawsuit by Vanessa's mother for fraud, also settled. These constant legal battles created a siege mentality that paradoxically seemed to strengthen their bond rather than weaken it. Perhaps the most public crisis of their marriage came in 2011. In 2011, Vanessa filed for divorce citing irreconcilable differences amid rumors of infidelity, but they reconciled in 2013. The divorce filing sent shockwaves through the sports world, with many assuming this was finally the end of their tumultuous relationship. But then, something remarkable happened. Instead of proceeding with the divorce, they began the hard work of rebuilding their marriage. The reconciliation wasn't immediate or easy. It took over a year of counseling, personal growth, and recommitment to their relationship and family. In 2012, Vanessa faced public backlash following a New York Magazine interview where she stated, "I certainly would not want to be married to somebody that can't win championships. If you're sacrificing time away from my family and myself for the benefit of winning championships, then winning a championship should happen every single year." These comments led to harsh criticism and accusations of being a gold digger, but they also revealed the sacrifices and expectations that came with being married to someone with Kobe's drive and ambition. Despite all these challenges, their marriage not only survived, but seemed to grow stronger. The later years of their relationship showed a couple who had learned to weather storms together. Kobe often spoke about how becoming a father changed him and how Vanessa's strength had been his anchor through difficult times. Their family grew over the years, with 4 daughters who became the center of their world. Kobe often talked about being a girl dad and how much he loved having daughters.
Are you gonna go for that clutch shot? You told me maybe for a boy.
It's not my decision to make, honestly. Like it's Vanessa's decision to make, and I fully support whatever decision she decides. And we'll see. I mean, she wants a boy more than I do, to be honest with you. I'm comfortable having girls. And when I say that, it drives her crazy. So she's like, okay, so if you try again, you're going to get 5 girls because you spoke it into existence.
By the time Kobe retired from basketball, their relationship had evolved into something beautiful and mature. They had learned to balance his intense drive with family life, and Vanessa had found her own voice and strength throughout their journey together.
I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said, "What about the fans that saved up to watch me play just once?" He never forgot about his fans. If he could help it, he would play every minute of every game. He loved you all so much.
This quote from Vanessa reveals not just Kobe's dedication to his craft, but also her deep understanding and support of his mission and purpose. What made their love story so compelling wasn't the absence of problems. It was their willingness to fight for each other and their family through every challenge. They had created something that was bigger than their individual selves, a partnership that could withstand the pressures of fame, fortune, tragedy, and public scrutiny. As Kobe transitioned from basketball to his next chapter, focusing on storytelling, mentorship, and spending time with his daughters, their relationship seemed to have found its perfect rhythm. They had weathered every storm together and emerged stronger, more united, and more committed than ever before. Tragically, just as they were entering what should have been their golden years together, their story would be cut short in the most devastating way possible. Tragedy, tribute, and an unbreakable legacy. January 26, 2020 began like any other Sunday for the Bryant family, but it would end as the day that changed everything forever. What started as a routine helicopter trip to a youth basketball game became a tragedy that shook the world and left Vanessa Bryant to navigate unimaginable grief while honoring the legacy of the 2 people she loved most. Kobe Bryant, a legendary NBA player, died in a helicopter crash on January 26, 2020 in Calabasas, California. The crash also claimed the lives of his 13-year-old daughter Gianna and 7 others, marking a tragic loss for the sports world and beyond. The news sent shockwaves around the globe, with millions struggling to process the sudden loss of not just a basketball icon, but a devoted father who had become a symbol of girl dad pride and mentorship. For Vanessa, the tragedy was compounded by the horrific way she learned about it.
She said, "I was holding on to my phone because obviously I was trying to call my husband back, and all these notifications started popping up on my phone saying RIP Kobe, RIP Kobe." And so imagine that's the way that you find out.
No spouse should ever have to discover such devastating news through social media notifications. Yet that's exactly what happened to Vanessa in her most vulnerable moment. The world watched as Vanessa, suddenly a widow at 37 with 3 surviving daughters to raise, had to find the strength to not only grieve privately, but also handle the public mourning of millions who felt they had lost someone important to them as well. Her first major public appearance came at the memorial service held at Staples Center on February 24, 2020, a date chosen to honor both Kobe's Kobe's numbers 2 and 24 and Gianna's number 2. Her speech that day was a masterpiece of love, pain, and celebration. She painted intimate portraits of both Kobe and Gianna, sharing details that only a mother and wife could know.
Gigi was very competitive like her daddy, but Gianna had a sweet grace about her. Her smile was like sunshine. Her smile took up her entire face, like mine. Kobe always said she was me. She had my fire, my personality, and sarcasm. But she was tender and loving on the inside. She had the best laugh. It was infectious. It was pure and genuine.
When she turned to speak about Kobe, her words revealed the depth of their love and partnership.
Kobe was known as a fierce competitor on the basketball court. The greatest of all time, a writer, an Oscar winner, and the Black Mamba. But to me, he was Kobe, my boo-boo, my baby, my papi chulo. I was his Bibi, his Principessa, his Reina, his Queen Mamba, and his Biski, Maniski, Fabuliski. I couldn't see him as a celebrity, nor just an incredible basketball player. He was my sweet husband and the beautiful father of our children. He was mine. He was my everything.
But even in the depths of her grief, Vanessa had to fight battles that no grieving widow should face. The sharing of crash site photos by Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies and firefighters added an extra layer of trauma to an already unbearable situation.
Detective Scott Miller said in an interview, I told her there were piles of meat, and then laughed loudly in the recording, and that's when Vanessa Bryant broke down after hearing such a crass, disgusting comment.
Come on, man.
The lawsuit was settled in March 2023 for nearly $29 million, with Los Angeles County agreeing to pay Vanessa Bryant and her daughters to resolve all claims. This legal victory was important not just for the financial compensation, but for establishing accountability and preventing similar violations of privacy for other families in the future. Throughout all of this legal battle and personal trauma, Vanessa never lost sight of her primary mission, preserving and extending the legacy that Kobe and Gianna had built together. Since Kobe's death, Vanessa Bryant has taken on multiple roles to honor his memory. She leads the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, which supports young athletes and has invested significant funds from legal settlements into this cause. Her approach to legacy preservation has been comprehensive and thoughtful. Vanessa has also managed Kobe's sneaker line with Nike, releasing new designs, and unveiled a bronze statue of Kobe and Gianna in August 2024. The statue unveiling was particularly emotional, as she used it as another opportunity to honor their memory while inspiring others.
Today's date, 8224, has so much significance and represents Kobe and Gianna's uniform numbers 8, 2, and 24. The sculpture shows Kobe with his arm around Gianna and a set of angel wings hugging them together. They're surrounded by hedges with round benches, purple and yellow flowers, and embedded butterflies made of purple and gold onyx around them.
Her social media tributes, such as declaring 2025 the Year of the Mamba, keep Kobe's legacy alive for fans globally. These aren't just nostalgic posts, they're strategic efforts to ensure that Kobe's teachings and philosophy continue to influence new generations. The Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation has become the primary vehicle for their legacy work. On May 19, 2025, Vanessa Bryant announced the opening of a new basketball court at Atlantic Avenue Park in East Los Angeles, dedicated to honoring the legacies of Kobe and Gianna Bryant. The court features a purple and gold design, reflecting the Los Angeles Lakers colors, with the names Kobe and Gianna Bryant prominently displayed, surrounded by butterflies, a symbol often associated with Gianna's love for basketball. This initiative is part of the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation's broader mission to support underserved athletes. The court, the 21st sponsored by the foundation and the 3rd in Los Angeles, serves the East LA community.
Give young girls your time. Give them your support. Tell them they can do anything any man can do, and tell them they can exceed that. Because they can, they have, and they will. Iron sharpens iron. Reassure that confidence and see how much they thrive.
Beyond the foundation work, Vanessa has also been working on preserving their story through media. She is set to release a book, Mamba and Mambacita Forever, on August 19th, 2025, featuring murals and stories about their impact. This book represents another way she's ensuring their story continues to inspire and educate future generations. Vanessa has taken charge of Kobe's multimedia company, Granity Studios, ensuring the completion of his unfinished creative projects, such as books and documentaries. This work ensures that Kobe's vision for storytelling and mentorship continues beyond basketball. The financial growth of the Bryant estate under Vanessa's management has been remarkable. The financial growth of Kobe's estate, surging from $75 million to $600 million, reflects the enduring value of his brand and Vanessa's strategic management. This isn't just about money. It's about ensuring the resources are available to continue their philanthropic and legacy work for decades to come.
As a wife, there is no deeper connection with my husband than I would observe him as the amazing daddy he was and always will be. I couldn't imagine loving him even more, but when I saw him as a devoted daddy, it just deepened my love for him.
This is the real story of Vanessa Bryant, the story of a woman who has transformed unimaginable tragedy into a powerful force for good. She has taken the love she shared with Kobe and Gianna and multiplied it, creating opportunities for thousands of young athletes while preserving a legacy that continues to inspire millions around the world. Her upcoming book, Mamba and Mambacita Forever, set for release on August 19th, 2025, will feature over 100 murals and stories about Kobe and Gianna's impact, preserving their legacy through art and narrative. This project represents the kind of meaningful work that actually occupies her time and energy, not the romantic speculation that dominated social media feeds. Her role as a single mother to Natalia, Bianca, and Capri adds another layer of complexity to everything she does. Vanessa's role as a mother to their surviving daughters, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri, has been central to her efforts. She has ensured they remain connected to their father's legacy, as seen during Natalia's graduation from USC in May 2025, where Natalia wore a custom stole embroidered with "Thank you, Mom and Dad," a tribute to both parents. The educational partnerships she's developed show the scope of her vision. In 2023, Vanessa announced partnerships with 6 educational institutions to advance the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation's initiatives, extending Kobe's influence into education and community development. These aren't superficial celebrity endorsements, they're strategic alliances designed to create lasting change in communities that need it most.
This is one of those days that is especially hard, and a day when I thought I couldn't. But knowing that Kobe and Gianna will have an everlasting legacy and lighting the way for us all gives this journey purpose. May they give you that purpose and inspiration.
When we look at the totality of Vanessa Bryant's life over the past 5 years, what emerges is not the story of someone looking backward or stuck in grief, but rather someone who has channeled her love and loss into a forward-looking mission that honors the past while building for the future. The pregnancy rumors that sparked this entire discussion represent everything that's wrong with our celebrity-obsessed culture. They reduce a complex, accomplished woman to speculation about her reproductive choices while completely missing the profound work she's actually doing. Vanessa has leveraged legal settlements to bolster the foundation. She won a $16 million lawsuit against Los Angeles County in August 2022 for invasion of privacy related to crash site photos, and in February 2023 settled for an additional $28.8 million, with all proceeds directed to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation. Rather than using these settlements for personal luxury, she's investing them in the future of young athletes, particularly young girls who might not otherwise have opportunities to pursue their dreams. The global impact of her work continues to expand. The foundation has funded various initiatives to provide resources and opportunities for children in need, with partnerships like Body Armor donating $24 million in 2022 to support such projects. These numbers aren't just statistics. They represent real courts, real scholarships, real opportunities for thousands of young people to discover their potential through sports. As we reflect on this entire episode, from the false pregnancy rumors to Vanessa's perfect response to the larger story of her life and work, several important lessons emerge. First, the speed and reach of social media misinformation can cause real harm to real people, particularly public figures who are already dealing with trauma and loss. Second, the public's fascination with celebrity personal lives often blinds us to the meaningful work these individuals are actually doing. And finally, Vanessa Bryant's response to both the rumors and her life circumstances more broadly offers a masterclass in dignity, purpose, and resilience. As she continues to build the Mamba and Mambacita legacy, support young athletes, and raise her 3 daughters, Vanessa Bryant stands as an example of how to turn grief into purpose, love into action, and loss into lasting change. The pregnancy rumors that started this conversation will be forgotten, but the basketball courts, scholarships, and opportunities she's creating will impact lives for generations to come. That's the real Vanessa Bryant story, the truth of a woman building a legacy worthy of the love she shared with Kobe and Gianna, and that story is far more inspiring than any rumor could ever be. Love this video? Click on the cards on your screen for more.